Welcome to my collective presentation. I feel that despite the whole Corona situation that I was able to maximize my time in an effective way and take big strides both in my artistic evolution and as well in this project. My story tackles the topic of change. Change as a consequence of big industries like NAM, shareholder of ExxonMobil and Shell, who are capitalizing on the environment. Told through an interweaving narrative of 10 families in Groningen who all have to leave their homes due to environmentally unstable conditions caused by gas extraction. My interest in this story is to connect this local notion of home and change to the larger global phenomenon of change, and as well universal home. The notion of time and change and presence and absence, and later adopting the word memory, became the 5 key words that became the lifeline and lifeblood of this project. The first day entering into their space in their home, I photographed every room and object and corner, almost like a topographical survey to orient myself with where I'm at. One of the processes that worked best for me is called a cross-pollinating mind map, whereby no thought is lesser than another, they're all measured equal, funneling all of my research together. In this way, I find the interconnection and interlink in the nebula of thoughts to reveal the underlying meaning. One of the most touching moments in this whole project was when one of the family members said to me that they were able to find an inner catharsis in this moment through my artistic perspective. And from that point, one of my teachers, Judith, she said that I should incorporate myself more into the story. So from that, I started to conduct interviews, and after listening to those interviews, I realized the next step was to ask them to write an ode letter to their own home. One of my main questions along the way was how could I connect this local story in Groningen to the larger global silhouette of change. I realized that I just need to delve deep into the story and it will reflect the bigger picture. Curating my images was by far the hardest part, as I needed to kill many of my darlings. I curated the images adhering to a day for night color palette, whereby the viewer cannot discern whether it is night or day. I found that suited the narrative best, as the families are in a liminal state and are unsure of when they'll have to leave their home. Having an extensive process allowed me to go back in the timeline to the root of my project. This helped me out a lot to be a better director of my thoughts and to steer my project in a controlled way. Another one of the big things that I learned this year is being much more concise in my way of thinking and talking over my projects. Logos, pathos, ethos. I learned how to express my ideas in Dutch to get them across to the families, as I was working with a Groningen community and several of the families couldn't speak a word of English. I was in the fundraising group, and I appreciated the group-like mentality, all of us working together to accomplish our goal. I wish I could have divided up my focus a bit more onto our goals, but sadly my project was demanding 80% of my focus. My physical installation mock-up, Persistence of Memory, deals with the topic of memory through combining audio with the family speaking and the image that's disappearing when exposed to light. I'm creating a weird clash between presence and absence in the room.
Dag, huis. Ik zie je staan. Kom naar je toe. Jij moet nu gaan, zo bevingsmoe.
Je bent mijn maatje, al meer dan 30 jaren. Je bent mijn ruimte en kom mijn hoofd vaak klaren.
Hallo huis. Dag huis. Weg is ons huis. In februari 1980 kwam je ons leven verblijden. Je was toen een klein mooi huisje. Met, zoals Emmy zei, een poppenkeukentje.
We zijn gegroeid, samen gebouwd, geleefd, gestoeid.
Moving forward, the word I need to incorporate more into my vocabulary and my toolbox is setting the stage. All of my Groningen pictures have a theatrical element in them. I want to bring lights to the location next time and focus on set design and mise en scène, rather than relying on natural light to set the tone. This will enable me to direct the narrative much more and to set the atmosphere exactly as I want it.